Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here for your October 1st until the 15th of 2019. Love and general reading. I'm doing the divine spread as I usually do at the beginning of the month. Now what I'd like to say to everyone is that we're moving into October. There are some things that you need to know, a little bit of astrology. Tarot, of course, will be done further down in the video. Please check out the timestamps in the description box below. Just quickly, the quick important transits that are happening in October. So what is very, very important is that Pluto is actually turning direct in Capricorn. It's turning direct and it has been retrograde. Pluto is actually, from the 1st of January, Pluto entered his retrograde zone. So from the 1st of January 2019, he entered his retrograde zone. So that was the degrees that he would cover during the retrograde. So he started his retrograde zone at 20 degrees and 38 minutes of Capricorn. Then on the 24th of April 2019, he stationed retrograde. So he stopped and he started turning retrograde at 23 degrees and 9 minutes of Capricorn. So as you could see, Pluto is very slow moving. So he only did like 3 degrees. His shadow period was 3 degrees. And therefore, so as you all know, Pluto is very, very slow moving. So on the 24th of April, he actually stationed and turned retrograde. At 23 degrees, he actually turned retrograde. So he started moving backwards, 23 degrees and 9 minutes to be exact. So he was traveling backwards, or that's the view from the Earth that we have. He seems to be traveling backwards. He's not really. But usually when the planet is very close to the Earth, the view from Earth it's an illusion, and it makes us think that the planet is actually turning retrograde, but it is not going backwards. It's the illusion we get. So he got up to 23 degrees and 9 minutes, as I just said, and he turned backwards, retrograde, and he's still retrograde until the 2nd or 3rd of October, depending on where you are in the world. So whether you're in the northern or southern hemisphere, 1 day difference, hours, it could be hours that we're talking about. So he's stationing to turn direct. So when he stations to turn direct, anytime he's sort of stopped and ready to change his direction, whether it's going backwards or forward, he's extra potent. So we're in that zone right now. Pluto is very, very strong. He's powering up to actually turn direct. So he's going to turn direct at 20 degrees and 38 minutes. So it's as though we're revisiting January 1st, 2019. What was happening for you back then? What was going on in your life back then? If you can remember, that's the zone he will be traveling over. It's as though we're being given a second chance. We've done the work now, and it's time to finish up whatever we started on the 1st of January. So he's turning direct, and he will be out of his shadow zone on the 23rd of January 2020. So that means he will reach the 23 degree and 9 minute mark before he starts to cover new ground. Okay, so it's very, very important. Pluto, we know, is all about power. He's all about transformation. He's the ruling planet of Scorpio. So this is especially important for Scorpio people, because when our ruling planet is retrograde, it affects us, it affects the sign that it rules more than anyone else. But not to say that Pluto doesn't touch on everyone's life. Obviously, he's so strong, and he's like a magnet. It's as though we take a dive into the underworld. That's what Pluto is. And now we're coming up for a breath of fresh air before we can start to move direct. We've been in the underworld with Pluto. Very, very karmic, especially with Pluto, Saturn, and the south node of the moon there in Capricorn. All right, so enough on Pluto. Now, on the same day, roughly, Mercury enters Scorpio. So Mercury is the messenger of the gods. He's all about communication. He's all about business. He's all about the logic. Now, Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. So Virgo and Gemini, they're all about the details, right? Very logical, left brain thinking signs. So Mercury is the intellect. It's the information. Mercury is also communication, telecommunications, anything to do with the internet. Now, Mercury is entering Scorpio, so Mercury is not a benefic or a malefic. Mercury is actually a neutral energy. Therefore, when he enters Scorpio, he turns into a malefic. He actually dives down into the dungeon with Pluto, and he retrieves the information and brings it up to the people. As I said, he's the messenger of the gods. So he's diving deep into Scorpio. Let's see what he's going to come up with, right? Very interesting. Where do you have Scorpio in your chart? For those of you that are familiar with your birth chart, then you would know the house of Scorpio for you, which section, which area of life it touches on for you personally. Now, Scorpio, the house of Scorpio on a collective scale is the 8th house of death and transformation. It's other people's money, other people's, money from external sources, from your partner. It's your partner's money. It's also, Scorpio is also about intimacy and anything to do with loans, banks, wills, deeds, anything like that is what Scorpio is all about. Scorpio is also a very spiritual sign at that. So Mercury enters Scorpio. Another thing I wanted to add before I move on to the next transit is that Mercury, once he hits the 11-degree mark, Mercury will station to go retrograde. So on the 11th of October, again, a day apart, depending on where you are in the world. On the 11th of October, at 11 degrees and 35 minutes, he will enter his retrograde zone. 11 degrees and 35 minutes of Scorpio. So he's going to cover the area from 11 degrees and 35 minutes up till 27 degrees and 38 minutes, where he will station to go retrograde. So remember that once Mercury hits the 11th degree of Scorpio, he will move into his retrograde zone. So it's going to be the area that will be covered by the Mercury retrograde of October. So it's going to be very interesting to see. He then, on the 20th of 11th of November, so on the 20th of November, he will start to move direct, again at 11 degrees and 35 minutes. So at 11 degrees and 35 minutes of Scorpio, he moves into his shadow zone, so that's the zone he's going to be covering. He will reach up to the 27th degree, right? And on the 31st of October, he will start to move backwards, retrograde. okay? And then on the 20th of November 2019, at the 11-degree mark again of Scorpio, he will start to move direct. He will leave his shadow zone on the 7th of December. So it looks like most of November practically has got a lot to do with the Mercury retrograde. But remember that once the planet turns direct, and it's on the 20th of November 2019, he will start moving direct. Mercury will start to move direct. So even though he's covering his shadow zone, doesn't really matter. He's still moving direct. So again, another Mercury retrograde, the last one for 2019. Okay, so on the 4th of October, Mars enters Libra. So Mars is not that strong in Libra because it rules Aries, which is the sign opposite to Libra. Therefore, he's in his fall position. He's not that strong, and he moves forward in an equal democratic way, we could say, because that's what Libra is all about. It's all about trying to make space for others, for relationships. Now, Mars could be a little bit passive-aggressive in Libra, and just in some cases, because Mars could be passive-aggressive, Mars in an air sign, it can be a little bit explosive, so take care on that note. Now, on the 8th of the month, Venus enters Scorpio. So Venus entering Scorpio to me is, again, it's the dark side of Venus. Venus is the ruling planet of Libra. Therefore, she's not that happy in Scorpio, and she's quite dark in the sign of Scorpio. Also, Venus is the ruling planet of Taurus, and moving into Scorpio, she's in her full position. She's not strong there. But again, it's like Venus moving into the dungeon, going deep. That's what Scorpio is all about. So this could be a time of looking into the shadow, let's say, of relationships. Whatever is hidden in relationships, Venus will be dealing with. Then on the 13th of the month, we have a full moon in Aries. So there is some sort of a culmination, some sort of an ending. That's what full moons are in the sign of Aries. So following the full moon in Aries on the 13th, on the 23rd, we're having the sun entering Scorpio. So Scorpio season begins on the 23rd. If you are a Libra, happy birthday, you guys. Happy birthday. Now, the new moon in Scorpio will be on the 27th of October, and then on the 31st of October is when Mercury turns retrograde in Scorpio. All right, so they're the main astrological important aspects. So we're having quite a few changes of the planets. So what is important is Mercury entering Scorpio, Mars will enter Libra, Venus will enter Scorpio, and then the sun will enter Scorpio again on the 23rd. So there are a few changes, changing energies in the sky bring changes to our lives, so we should remember that as well. I will stop here with the astrology because I don't want to make it too long. I'd like to also announce one thing before I go on to the tarot, and that is that I will be doing special horoscope readings, and what they mean, horoscope readings, is I will be doing cards in the 12 houses. So just like we can see the horoscope starting from Aries, finishing at Pisces, I will be setting down the cards in that way and telling you what is happening in each area of life. They will be individual readings, and they will be the extended readings, which will be up for purchase on my website on divinedebut.com under the extended readings tab. That's where you will be able to purchase those. They're extra readings and they're full readings. So for those of you that are interested in seeing what happens in each area of your life, what messages I will be receiving, you can go and watch those through purchase. They will be up on the 10th of October, so please don't go looking for them earlier because they won't be there. So from the 10th of October, for those of you that want extra readings from Divine Debut 11, you may go there and purchase those extra readings. Okay, so these readings will be as normal, full-on readings for free on YouTube, so enjoy them. Thank you so much for listening to the astrological aspects, the quick astrological aspects, because I didn't really go into that much detail. It's all about time. I will be doing that in the near future. Again, thank you for listening, and let's go on to the readings now. Hello, dear Pisces. Welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here. This is your reading for the 1st till the 15th of October 2019. It's the Divine Spread, the one that I do at the beginning of the month. Hope that everyone is really, really well and that you receive the clarity that you were wishing on the full moon in Pisces. Hopefully, even through your dreams, you received messages. Okay, now, today's actually the 1st of the month, and the moon is in Scorpio. Again, Scorpio is very dark, very hidden, very mystique. So the moon being there, transiting Scorpio, could also give you more information. Very dark. Could be even nightmares, dark thoughts, dark dreams. That's what Scorpio is all about. Pluto rules Scorpio. It's all about transformation. And many times it's, connecting with someone on a very deep, intimate, and spiritual level. So it is the time of Libra right now. So, lots of conversations will be made in relation to any partnerships, relationships of any sort. Okay, so Libra is all about trying to find the balance, the equilibrium. Let's see what your Karma Dharma position is. As I'm doing this reading, there is a kite, which in astrology, a kite is quite, it's quite rare. So just like you see a kite in the sky, it's the same shape, and it focuses a lot on a certain position. Now, those of you that know about kites, you know that it's very, very rare and very important. So there is a grand water trine, which means that the 3 water signs are connected in a very, very positive way. But the focus is karma, because the kite is pointing towards Pluto, Saturn, and the South Node. Now, just recently, the South Node of the Moon connected with Saturn. Both Pluto, the South Node, and Saturn are very karmic, so therefore we're all going through a lot of karmic situations. Now, let's see what your Karma Dharma is, everyone. Pisces, let's take your card, and you have Judgment, which is Pluto. Now, Judgment is a beautiful energy. I love it. It's why? Because it's the angels. The angels are calling for you to regenerate. That's what Pluto is. It's a rebirth. It's a starting again. Something that you thought was dead, gone, and buried is going to be resurrected. So there is a second chance, dear Pisces. If something was not working out for you, and I would say this is Dharma more than karma, and that's positive karma, obviously. So many of you could be dealing with someone who holds a very strong Pluto in their chart, so their Pluto could be in Scorpio, let's say, that's where its home is. Other than that, it could just be Scorpio energy. You may have Scorpio in your chart. Okay, it can go in many, many ways. For instance, you might have, let's say you could have your North Node, which is your fate, your destiny in Scorpio, okay, and you're on your way to your fate, to your destiny. So let's take the tarot and see the divine spread. As I said, I'm using the Pictorial Key Tarot by David Corsi. All the cards are mentioned in the description box below. So I just dropped one card. You have the Ace of Swords. Beautiful. A successful new beginning. This is clarity. This is communication. This is starting something new. The potential for something new. Now, this is in the area of the foundation. Could be your home. So truth is being spoken in relation to your security, your stability. Something is coming to light. Something is beginning new. Now the sword, Ace of Swords, can also be cutting away at dead skin, situation that needed to be transformed. So that's dead weight. It's a burden coming off your shoulders. If this is what was necessary, then this was your calling, because the Judgment card is a calling energy. So let's see, dear Pisces, beginning till mid-October 2019. Let's take, and we just had a couple of days ago, we had a new moon in Libra, new beginnings in relationships. Let's see what is hidden from you, what you don't know. So you're dealing with someone that is worrywart, someone who feels bound, chained, frightened. This is a card of fears. Fears of not being able to move freely, but it's a perception. So again, we've got a couple of swords here, so you may be dealing with a Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and this could be sun, moon, or rising. Let's look at the recent past. Knight of Cups. This would be your energy, dear Pisces. The Knight of Cups is someone who is handing out that Ace of Cups, but there are a lot of emotions surrounding this offer. He doesn't seem to be moving here. He's stopped in his tracks, so it looks as though he's actually trying to decide, or maybe not being able to move freely because of fears. Okay, so again, could be Scorpio, could be your energy as well. Okay, let's take the now position. Two of Swords, yeah. Last sort of thoughts. Do I offer this cup? Do I move forward? What do I do? I don't have all the information. That's the problem. Someone is hoping to make a decision without having all the clarity. They're trusting in their intuition. Let's see what your goal is, your highest ideal. Wow. Finding out the truth, whatever has been hidden, dear Pisces. And you are very strong intuitively. Yes, water signs in general are very intuitive. But the High Priestess, she's Pisces, Virgo energy. So could it be that you are holding secrets, not letting people know about what you are going about with, what's going on for you? This is a card of secrets being withheld, but it's also, being at a point of trusting that deep gut feeling that you have. Okay, and it's a number 2, major arcana, 2 twos here. Twos are all about balance, all about relationships. Now, dear Pisces, your Virgo is your 7th house of partnership, so you are one to look at the details. You are one that can be quite discriminative, but of course Pisces gives a lot And Virgo actually is the sign of service. So sometimes Pisces can feel torn because they may have given too much, and therefore sometimes Pisces can be at a crossroads. Okay, at a crossroads. Is what I'm doing the right thing? Maybe I'm being taken advantage of. Could the other person, could my beloved or the other person in general be holding back on information? Let's see what the action and advice is. Another two of Pentacles, still trying to make a decision. Some of you may be just really busy, work, home, family, obligations, whatever they are. 3 2s are 6. 6 is the number of the lovers. It is the energy of Gemini. We do have air here. So let's see what the outcome is, dear Pisces. And we've got the 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands rings Leo energy for me, because this speaks of someone who likes to be in the spotlight, someone who does not shy away from being shown for their talents, for their creativity. He looks like a leader, someone who could be very successful. And I believe that this is your energy. Having a lot of success and recognition in your vocation, in your career, whatever you do. This is a card of achievement, right? So beautiful. And it's a card of success. If we are talking about emotional and passionate energies towards a relationship, whatever work, whatever efforts have been made that fell through in the past, it looks like the divine spirit is giving you, spirit is stepping in and giving you another chance. Okay, and that is Pluto. So Pluto is all about transformation. It's in Capricorn, and Capricorn is all about career. It's the authority. It's standing in your integrity, putting in the work, doing the right thing. And again, Capricorn is also very Saturnian. It's ruled by Saturn, and Saturn can be all about timing and karma. So when the timing is right, okay, whatever karma you've been dealing with, I feel that it's getting cut away. It's being shed, especially with Pluto here. And that's going to be a lightening of your load, I feel. Like a... I feel as though the burden is coming off your shoulders, dear Pisces. There is a lightening of your load. And this is like breathing, taking that breath, a sigh of relief. That's what I feel with this reading so far. Let's look at the divine position. So in relation to the transits and how you're being affected, and we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is someone who can be quite cold, a little bit, not very emotional or not showing emotion, someone who is calculating their next steps, someone who is very intellectual. This could be someone who is in a career of education, could be a teacher. It's someone who uses their logic, their left brain, so their intelligence. I do see the King of Swords very much as Aquarian energy, but doesn't necessarily have to be. The fact is that this person is quite sharp where their intellect is concerned, and I think that this is your energy. I do feel, dear Pisces, that whatever you are cutting through, whatever you're leaving, dropping, I think that you've made your decision here, and the stance that you're holding here is very, very strong and very particular. So you know what you need to do. You know what you need to communicate. It's funny that if we look at the bottom line here, we've got 8, 9, 10 swords all together. So tens always speak of some sort of a completion, a restart again. So it turns back into the ace. So it is a time of Libra, as I said. Communications will be quite frequent and quite democratic, quite equal, and therefore it's a really good time for those conversations. What's at the bottom? Beautiful. The Wheel of Fortune, which is a number 10, another point of completion. This is Jupiterian energy. The wheel is turning and bringing in change. This is luck, and this is the general energy. Now, Jupiter can speak of higher education, philosophy, truth, as well as, the vision, having that vision of the world, of what life is all about. And Jupiter is also very happy, very go-lucky. So as I said, the wheel turns always. It does not stop turning. Having this card here, my intuition is telling me, especially with the Six of Wands, that it is a good time for those changes that are necessary. Some of you may be hoping to travel. You may be dealing with a foreign person, someone that is not living in the same country as you, okay? And we've got the energies of Virgo here, someone who is standing very strong, very, very strong financially. This is someone who is emotionally on their own. So they're surrounded by all these beautiful things. This is like the Garden of Eden. But this female, whoever she is, she does not have the partner that she wants to share everything with. So you can only do this for a certain amount of time, right? You can't be on your own in the Garden of Eden. So there is a feeling of lack. Something is missing here. That 10th pentacle is missing. That ace, I should say. Let's see what's beneath that. Now, Virgo is all about our daily routine. It's what we do day to day. Could be work. Here is another 9. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Okay, 9 of Cups, someone who is very happy with something. But again, that Ace of Cups is missing here. So 2 9s and then a 10. So you're reaching to some point of completion, culmination. We just finished up the cycle, like the sun has just finished just recently in Virgo. Wasn't an easy time. Now the changes are coming through. Virgo, as I said, is our daily routine. It could even be our health. And we've got the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups, which can be a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. I do feel that this, again, is your energy. But if you are, I want to say, if you are a male, I feel that this is your energy here. If you are dealing with another female, she could have strong water in her chart. And we've also got the King of Pentacles here, which can be a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. Usually this is my Taurian king. So we've got 2 kings and a queen. For some of you, you are dealing with 2 other people. You could be the 3rd person for some of you. Why do I say that? Because the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups are together, as you could see. They are together. So looking at these 2 cards as they stand, the Queen of Cups has her back turned to this King of Pentacles. So she's looking into her cup. She's looking at her emotions. Whereas the King of Pentacles is someone who, and he's holding that pentacle that I was just talking about, okay? So maybe this was someone that this Queen of Cups may have, been in a family with. Maybe he was too focused on business, too much materialism here, I feel. What's beneath that is the Tower, which is Scorpio. Scorpio and Uranus. For me, Uranus rules Aquarius. Uranus is in the sign of Taurus. Suddenly, and this is in the recent past, you've obviously been through some Tower moment. Now, if this has got to do with you, it's something that you know about, but I do feel that it's got a lot to do with these two other people, whoever they are in your life. Doesn't have to be that you are the third person. These two people could be other family members for you. You know, this is a general reading, so a lot of different stories will come through this reading. Okay, what I'd like to do now is I'd like to look at your love life. And we've got Amira's Love Oracle here. So, please, Spirit, Pisces and their love life. What do they need to know? October 1st till the 15th of 2019. 2 cards just fell out. I will take one more. They were just thrown out, so I will take them. Pisces. Pisces, please. Pisces, yes, this is the card. And let's see what those 2 cards are that just fell out. And we have Triangle, wow. Dear Pisces. And Destiny. So, now even if this is not a love triangle, this female here is trying to, I see that both these males, whoever they are, they're trying to convince her of who's the better one, who's the one that's speaking the truth, and who is the one that is not. So we've got a dark male and a fairer, lighter male. Now it looks as though she is mainly focusing on the darker male, which I feel could be the foreigner, whoever this is in your lives. Dark means from a different culture, obviously could be from a foreign background. It is, you are walking in your destiny, dear Pisces. It is destined for this to happen. So even if it is a love triangle, as I said, she is focusing on the darker male, so she's leaning towards someone who is from a different background. Okay, let's see what else. And we've got Dating Queen, so many offers coming through. Many offers coming through. Dating Queen are offers. There are, people are offering a lot to this Dating Queen, and it doesn't have to be a female necessarily. Why? Because with the 6 of Wands, this could be either your energy or your partner's energy. There is popularity in the Dating Queen here. As you could see, there's 2 different hands here offering. One is offering a gift in a box, and the other one is offering flowers. Oh, there's another one. There's a third one here. Okay, so there is popularity here. Dating Queen can mean that someone is ready. For those of you that are single, you've got lots of offers at this time, which is beautiful. Okay, but you're going to be in a position of having to make a choice. I do feel that you will be going with the foreigner. Now, the Dating Queen again speaks Leo for me. A lot of popularity, being up on stage. Leo is also very creative, so you may just be in some sort of a creative career. And the offers, if we're talking about career, the offers are coming in. Okay, the gifts are coming in. And we do have Jupiter here, so I'm loving this for you. Beautiful. Now, next, let's take the Black Moon Astrology cards. I want to see what else is happening in the astrology and how it's affecting you. So, please, Spirit, we're talking Pisces. Please guide me for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know? Beginning till mid-October 2019. Pisces. And we have 8th house, endings and beginnings, and it is Scorpio. It's number 32, which equals a 5. So you're at an imbalance until this transformation actually happens. 8th house is other people's money, it's intimacy. 8th house is also the committed house. Okay, it's where we move in together. We share our bed, we share our bank accounts, right? 8th house is also money coming from other sources, from external sources, which is very positive as well. So again, look, what I notice is the skull, and the skull is the skeleton. That's what Capricorn is. Capricorn rules the bones, the skeleton. So Pluto in Capricorn, beautiful. Endings and new beginnings, getting rid of that karma, getting down deep into the deepest depths of Scorpio and transforming a situation. So let's take extra tarot cards for more clarity. Okay, I'm using a pocket size Rider-Waite. It's the Radiant Rider-Waite, very easy to shuffle. Let's take the Karma Dharma position with a Judgment card. Okay, we have the Six of Swords, which can mean leaving the troubled waters and moving on to calmer waters. And this could also be traveling over water, okay, and finding your balance. We also have the King of Swords again. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, intellect, intellectual strength. The transformation is going to happen after communication. Also, you know, because you did have the Tower there, the Tower, which means Pluto, Scorpio, the transformation, but also Uranus. I do feel that with Uranus in Taurus, people are making many changes, many changes. Now, the King of Swords is looking, as I said, calculating, speaking the truth, being very fair, could be a little bit judgmental. Oh, wow. And one card just flipped, and it's the Ace of Cups, and I will take it. It's at the root of your reading. Ace of Cups and Ace of Swords. So a new dawn is breaking, I feel, dear Pisces, for you. Whatever you are cutting away is necessary at this time. And it's as though you've got the potential that through truth, that cup will be offered to you by the divine. This is the hand of spirit. Okay, so let's see what this Eight of Swords is. And the Eight of Swords is in the hidden position. And we've got more secrets here with the moon. So the moon can also mean fears. Whatever is dark and hidden and unknown is something that scares us. It's physical. And again, this is Pisces. Again, Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. There is some sort of a completion, but there is fear before the completion happens. There is fear of the unknown, but again, transformation, change. Why? Because I feel that something came up to the surface. Something is lurking in the background, in your mind, that you have not been able to figure out, to trust in. And I feel that that is what is holding this Knight of Cups back, whatever that is. Now, the moon can also mean the mother, or it can be Cancer, because the house of Cancer, which is the house of home, is ruled by the moon. So I do feel that the fear around this Eight of Swords is about your stability, your security, and things that are not known. But again, I'm going to say that whoever is in this energy of the Eight of Swords, they need to trust their intuition. And wow. And the Ace of Wands just opened up. And this is a beautiful energy, another potential. I was going to take another card. So, you know, this is amazing. Why? Because I see the Ace of Wands as the light going on. Someone is turning on the light. That switch is going on. And the darkness, the shadows are going to light up. And then you'll be able to see the new potential here. Again, the hand of the divine here, spreading the light. Now, the Ace of Wands can speak of intimacy, it speaks of passion, and a creative way of getting yourself out of a rut and a difficult situation. And don't forget my readings, you can also see it the other way. So the cross watchers, you have to know that the reading can be speaking to you as well. So let's take the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles for me usually is Virgo, but it can be Capricorn. It can also be Taurus. I don't usually see it as Taurus. It's either Virgo or Capricorn. Remember how I said we've got Pisces as well as Virgo energies in the High Priestess. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is someone who is a business owner, someone who is very stable. She is the queen of the hearth. She's the queen of the home. She keeps that fire burning for all the family. She's mother-like material. She's wife material. And she's, as I said, she's very stable, very abundant. So this is someone that you can depend on. If this is someone that you are hoping to offer your cup to, then you know that she's not going anywhere. She's going to be very, very stable. And remember what I said before. We did have the Queen of Cups as well as the King of Pentacles. Remember that? Now, King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, they were the couple. So obviously the Queen of Cups is probably the Queen of Pentacles as well. For most of you. Maybe for others of you it's not and it's someone else. But for me, I believe mainly, doesn't matter if the signs are not correct. If you are dealing with someone that is the perfect mother material or the wife or someone who is very, very stable, then this is your person. Okay, so let's take and remember what I said, dear Pisces, that your 7th house, so your perfect partner, let's say, you get along really well in relationships with Virgo people because what you're missing, Virgo has, and what Virgo is missing, you have. So, as I said, don't get stuck on the sign. This is the energy we're talking about, the energy, right? The archetype. Let's look at that Two of Swords. Some of you may even be choosing. Or it could be your Queen of Pentacles that is choosing between two people. Remember the card here. Let's look at that Two of Swords. And we've got 10 of Pentacles. And the 10 of Pentacles is a card of stability. It could be also business, the family money, anything from your heritage, your ancestors, something that's been passed on. Could be a family business. Also, this could be the marriage card. Some of you could be at a crossroads. Do I take the next step? Because remember how I said before that that Nine of Pentacles, she was missing that 10th pentacle. There she is. And here are the 10 pentacles. 10 of Pentacles here. So, again, 10 of Pentacles could be, as I said, moving in with someone, committing, if not committing, even just moving in together. A promise of something that's long-lasting, something that is based on security. Okay, so this card wants to, two cards want to come out on the High Priestess. And we have the Five of Wands and the Four of Swords. So Five of Wands is 5 people not being on the same page or trying to build on something. So we go from the 5 to the 4. We're going backwards, but time is necessary here. Why? Because there are those Three of Swords. Someone's been broken. Someone's been broken because of not being on the same page, because of a family situation. This could even be secrets that are coming to light, things that were hidden. I think that this is like processing, going through a situation where you're processing your thoughts and you are conflicted. And again, the 5 and the 4, they do equal a 9. Let's take, it's funny that the Four of Swords, and usually I see this is the card of, you know, religion, spirituality, faith, because he is sleeping, he is meditating, he is in a church, in a spiritual place. Now, the Ace of Swords is the Ace of Swords here as well. So this, and 4s always speak of home and family, security. So a lot of you are conflicted at this time, or you may be in a family situation and that's why you are, that's where your burdens are, that's where your fears are, and you're not being able to go with what is real and what you feel in your heart that you want to do. Let's look at that Two of Pentacles, the juggling, the juggler. And we've got the Page of Pentacles. This is very promising. Why? Because there is a decision that is made. As you could see, Two of Pentacles. This person cannot keep juggling. He's trying to make a decision. Here with the Page of Pentacles, after a message comes through, the decision will be made. The Page of Pentacles is holding that ace. He's hoping to make it grow. And this, again, pages bring messages which bring newness, change. Now, some of you may have an adolescent earth sign child, one that could be a student as well. Or, because if we look at the pentacles together, there's 3 here. 2 and the 1 is 3. So, again, for others of you, this could be business. This could be expansion and growth. And again, 3s always speak about an outsider. But 3s are always about success as well. So some of you may have been noticed for your talents and you're wanting to break out and start something on your own. Something that is going to yield profit, stability, financial success. You've already got the recognition. Let's see what this Six of Wands is. We've got the Page of Cups, which is your energy. So we go from the Knight to the Page. The difference with the Page is that this is sudden. It comes out of the blue. That's why it's Piscean. It's quick, it's unexpected with that fish that's in the cup. So this is beautiful here. Now, if there's been a sense of ego in your relationship, I think that there could also be an apology. The Page of Cups can be an apology. Or it's an offer of, come join me. I'm strong enough now. I can take care of you. I feel, with this energy of the outcome. And when I say strong, this could be through success of a career. This could be success in an equilibrium in any given situation where desires, creativity are factors. Now, the Page of Cups, as I said, is Piscean energy. We do also have Scorpio here. So we've got the Knight of Cups and the Page of Cups. So we go backwards. We're going backwards from the Knight of Cups, who is someone who what I notice here is that he's wearing a suit of armor. So he's protecting his heart, very much so here. Whereas here, he's much more footloose and fancy free. He's a bit more relaxed. So again, there's more trust, I believe, in the Page of Cups. Let's take the King of Swords in the divine position. We have the Knight of Swords here. So this is quick action, quick communication. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune again. So Jupiter will bring blessings in. Quick movement. Knights are all about action. The communication is going to be quick. It's going to be swift. You know, I do see these two cards as two different people and communication. So I don't know what this means for you. Both are air qualities, so Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. But also this could mean quickly that the change is coming in, the completion through communication, and the blessings do come in. All right, let's take one card on that Wheel of Fortune there, which is the general energy. And we've got the Nine of Wands, another 9. So you're almost at the point of change. We could be talking about the time of Sagittarius. You've got the Wheel of Fortune twice. So let's take some Sibillas now. Some of you may be wanting to travel, okay? Maybe the distance is what is keeping you from getting to your blessings. But I do feel that, you know, destiny is calling. The transformation is going to happen whether you like it or not, whether anyone likes it or not. Let's look at your Karma Dharma position. This is an awakening. This is a rebirth, an epiphany. We have the Dottore, again 13, which is Scorpio. So a sense of healing. This is Disgrazia, the Tower. And it's the 7 of Swords, which says that things that were hidden, whoever was sneaky, whoever was hiding things from you, the shift is happening. The Tower will come down. The truth will be shown. Okay. And we've got Donna de Servizio, which is the 3 of Pentacles. And this is the Virgo energy. There is positive energy coming through. This is a helping hand. Virgo energy again, someone who is of service. This could be a friend of yours, which is a confidant. This could be just helpful energy. Or, again, you're dealing with someone who is very giving to others, very nurturing as well. So let's I want to look at the divine position. So King of Swords, Knight of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. We have the Ammalato, again the 4 of Swords, low morale, and this can be some sort of a psychological, because we've got the Dottore here, we've got the Ammalato. Now the King of Swords is obviously going through some sort of depression here, psychologically not very happy. We have the Merchant, again a 13, so putting a lot of thoughts into any contracts, any agreements, because this is the Merchant. He's someone who deals with import, export. So this could be around business contracts or even emotional commitments. And there is some sort of change here. And again, I can't help but notice that he is wearing what he's wearing. So it looks like he comes from, I don't know, Saudi Arabia, that area, the Middle East, whatever that means for you. And here we've got the Ace of Cups, which is conversazione, pleasant conversations around a table. The Ace of Cups comes through because Jupiter is turning in your favor. And Jupiter, again, what comes after the Wheel of Fortune is justice. And justice is Libra. So justice is also about karma. Okay, so there, speaking of the Justice card, there is a chance that there could be, because even, Jupiter can also speak of divorce proceedings, any legalities. So that could be in the background somewhere for someone. Let's take the outcome position. So 6 of Wands, Page of Cups. We've got the Gran Signore, number 13 again. This is crazy. The Gran Signore, which is someone who is very high class. This on top of the 6 of Wands, perfect. Someone who's very abundant. And look at the similarities here. Even though the page is only a page and he's very youthful, look at his hat. They're so similar in what they're wearing. So this king of, this Gran Signore, which for me is the King of Hearts, I see him as, he's coming through with a love offer, a very playful, very light-hearted. Let's see what else we've got. We've got the Giovina Fanciulla, which is the pure virgin energy. And again, this rings Virgo energy, and Virgo is all about being pure, looking at those details. Again, the Giovina Fanciulla can be a young maiden, someone who is quite youthful. And it's a number 12 again. So 12 is the Hanging Man, but it's also a 3. It adds to a 3. And here we've got the Ace of Swords. So the funny thing is here is that we've got 2 females. And this is the card of dispiacere. Someone's not going to be happy about this offer of love that's coming through. Or I'm going to say that some of you are dealing with 2 different people. One is younger, one is older. Others of you, this could be just, the Ace of Swords here, the dispiacere. Many times I do see it as tears of joy because of all the success, the unexpected offer coming through, whatever type of offer this is. Okay, because it could be even around business. The offer comes through. The Ace of Swords is in your foundation as well. And it is together with that Ace of Cups. So whatever new beginnings you're having, it's going to bring you a beginning, a very emotionally fulfilling beginning here. I just want to take a look at the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Just quickly. We have the La Matrice, which is another 12, again, the Hanging Man. This is like the Queen of Wands, a very fiery, very sexual energy. This is a female who is very passionate about something that she holds very dear. Okay, and let's see what else we've got. We've got the Vedovo, 3 of Swords. So this is someone who is crying over the past, still in a state of mourning. And we've got the Bambino here, which is newness, if not, because it's on top of 2 aces, the baby. So what I'm going to say is we've got a, let's say, father, mother, and the child here. But the father is in mourning. So could it be that the mother was very materialistic here? Could it be that this fiery female was not one to want to settle down, not wanting to be bearing children? Or the Vedova is mourning a situation where Three of Swords can mean a love triangle and there are children involved. There are many, many ways that we can interpret these cards. Okay, what I'd like to do now is I'm going to take some handwritten cards of my own. I would like to take a look at the King of Swords, which we have twice, the Queen of Pentacles, which is also the Queen of Cups, as I said, and we did have that King of Pentacles here. There we go. So let's take, we've got three main people here. We do have three people in this card. So, you know, these cards are not going to resonate for everyone. So just take the messages as you see them for your own personal situation. And it's funny that, you know, I took the King of Pentacles and he's sitting right on those 10 Pentacles. So 10 of Pentacles does speak of money, speaks of abundance, materialism. That's what I said about this King of Pentacles. Let's see how he plays out in this story. What does he have to say? Or what is being said to him? It can go either way. Oh, wow. 10 of Pentacles. That's crazy. I want you to be happy. I'm here for you always. If you want me to. And there's 3 question marks. So he has doubts. Let's take the King of Swords, which I believe is your energy. We have, I'm not in love with you. I have to be honest with you. And this is the 3 of Swords. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. I did not expect that. Why? Because, first of all, we don't know who this King of Swords is saying that to. Remember how I said here with the 3 Sibillas in the foundation area, there's a fiery, passionate female who is more interested in more materialistic or sexual desires. Here we've got the Vedova, the 3 of Swords. So the Vedova is the King of Swords. And here we've got the child. So it's funny that the male is in between the mother and the child. The mother and the child should go together logically, right? So who is this King of Swords saying, I'm not in love with you, to? Let's take one more on the King of Swords, just in case. That's what I feel here. And we have, you're my other half, I feel it. And it's the 6 of Pentacles, which is like Libran energy. So this could be the communication. Remember what I said with the Ace of Cups here and the card of Jupiter. Okay. So he's just realized that he's not in love with someone who backstabbed him, someone who was in another relationship, someone who put those 3 swords in his heart. Let's look at this Queen of Pentacles, which is also the Queen of Cups, you guys don't forget. And we have, don't ever think that I don't love you and that I forgot you. I will always be here for you with open arms. And this is the 3 of Wands. And the 3 of Wands is someone who can be looking across the seas, someone who is at a distance. Now I'm going to take a Moonology Oracle card by Yasmin Boland. Very interesting. Pisces. Please, Spirit. What does Pisces need to know? How is Selene, which is the moon in Greek? How is the energies, how are the energies of the moon affecting Pisces? Beginning till mid-October 2019. And we have nothing will come of this situation. And it's a void of course moon, which means that the moon, when it does not have any aspects to it, it's like blank. It's as though it does not want to say anything right now. I'm going to read for you because we need to see what that's all about. So what the book says that what this card means is that the moon, because the moon is void of course, okay, it means that nothing will come of this matter, or the situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news depending on what you're asking. For example, if you were worried about something, whatever it was, this card can be taken as a sign that there is nothing to worry about. Okay, so it's all about having free will. Sometimes we do need to tweak something in our lives. Because of free will, many changes can be made according to it, because life is a domino effect, isn't it? We do one thing and then it changes the outcome. So let's take one more card just for a bit more clarity, because that's not going to resonate for everyone. And the next card is You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo. So for those of you that are feeling as though you are not good enough, if you are dealing with someone that is very successful, okay, and you're feeling a little bit maybe not worthy, this card says that you are good enough. Now, dear Pisces, I'm going to take an angel answer. So ask your question and let's see what the answer will be. And it's funny that we've got Virgo here again. So void, of course, is point blank. It's just very quiet. It's that there is nothing there. It's like a vacuum. So some of you could be feeling that. Some of you may be feeling empty. But You Are Good Enough says that if you are having self-worth issues because of something that's happened to you, then this is the time to know that you are good enough. Let's take your angel answer. And we've got listen to your intuition. And you did have the High Priestess there. I'm going to take one more. So listen to your intuition. And big happy changes you have as well. So that's beautiful. That's amazing to see. Now, it's a general reading, everyone, so it will not resonate for everyone. Of course, please watch your moon and your rising signs. I will leave it at that. I do want to thank you all so much for taking all this time out to watch my videos. Thank you again. Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and talk to you very soon. Don't forget to press that little bell so you are notified of when I upload. And also for those of you that want those extra readings that are up for purchase on the 10th of the month, not beforehand, my horoscope readings, they will be up on my website, www.divinedebut11.com, okay, under the extended readings tab, if you are interested. Okay, thank you so much, people. Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings. And again, one last thing, those readings are full readings, okay? They're full. So thank you. Bye-bye.